Hey guys, what's up? It's Jen. Welcome to South of the Blue Line. Ready to get into some hockey? Okay, I'm not ready to get into some hockey. Let's talk about this. This is ridiculous. We are on the longest injury train I think we'll ever be on. I mean, life is just, it's not pretty. So, the last time I filmed, we had a record of 3, 2, and 1. So at least our wins outweighed our losses. Not exactly the best way to start the season considering how last season started. To come into the next 2 weeks and end up 4, 5, and 3 just kind of makes you go, okay. So we are having a little bit of an issue considering we went 2 weeks and only got 1 win. Granted, that win was pretty epic. I mean, who doesn't want to whoop up on St. Louis, right? Am I right? It's a rough patch, and we're struggling. Frustrating, irritating, infuriating, all words that I could use. I just don't seem to understand why we can't stay healthy right now. Honestly, if I could sacrifice something to the hockey gods to make it all better, I would. We literally got to a point where one of our defensemen had to play forward because of the call-ups we've had to use. We had to recall Justin Dowling up from the AHL, guys. Like, it's gotten insane. The plus side is, this is giving our rookies so much experience. I mean, think about it. They're getting to play NHL games, experience out the wazoo, to the point where these guys are going to be unstoppable in another season or two. And when we do get healthy and they do have to go back down, they're going to be able to help their team out. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the AHL level. Time for the game breakdown. With 1 day off between the last game against Winnipeg, where we were tooth and nail fighting to get the win, we play Winnipeg in Winnipeg and we lose. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a shutout, but it wasn't pretty either. We lost 4-1. The only goal of ours, Tyler Seguin on the power play with the assists from Jamie and Klingberg. Okay. Thank you, Tyler, for keeping our team from a shutout. But the reality is, with the injuries the way they are, the team chemistry just isn't there. And so the boys are having to work on that. Then the boys flew down to Minnesota. The boys laid a goose egg. And it was a shutout, and it was rough, and it was ugly, and it sucked. And you're just like watching it going, really? Really? None of you? Not a single one of you can find the back of the net tonight? Hockey gods, why? Then the boys move on to CBJ. Oh, CBJ. Unlike the last game where we faced Columbus and got shut out 3-0, we actually had a fairly well-balanced game this time. Nobody scored until the second period. Our goals against CBJ were Spezza in the second period and Seguin in the third. We come to our lovely game against St. Louis. The boys came home. We play St. Louis. When they're on, the boys are on. It was a big win. How big? Well, 6-2, with 4 of our goals coming from defensemen. No, I'm not. It's not a joke. 4 of the 6 goals, including the game winner, were defensemen. Do you know how awesome of a defensive setup we have if our defensemen are scoring more than our forwards? More goals than the other team even put into the net? Nobody scored again until the second. This seems to be a pattern for right now. We're not scoring until the second period. First goal of Patrick Eaves. Hey, tacos. I like tacos. Do you like tacos? We got tacos. Patrick Eaves got us tacos. First defenseman goal of the game. Klingberg, of course. Third period. Steven Johns with the game winner. Spezza, our second forward goal and last forward goal of the game. John Klingberg with another goal. The bearded Ben Bro. Jordy, excellent job, sir. Capped the night off beautifully. We come into a weekend back-to-back with Chicago. First game's at home, second game's on the road. The game on Saturday was frustrating, to say the least. It's not exactly fun when we're having to play against the team and the referees. Now people will be like, oh, quit blaming the refs. That's not right. You can't just blame the refs because you lost. No. I want you to go back and watch the highlights from that game, including Chicago's first goal, and turn your volume all the way up. So the ref blows his whistle. Blackhawks player shoots. Blackhawks player scores. Referee gives Blackhawks player goal. In that order. It happened in that order. All of our goals this time came in the first period. Brett Ritchie and Curtis McKenzie. Again, third period approaches. The puck is loose in front of Chicago's net. Crawford's like digging around for it, trying to find it. The puck is completely loose. We get it set up to shoot. We start to shoot. Like, the puck gets lifted off the ice and goes in the air, and the ref blows the whistle, and we're like, so you're going to allow this one because you allowed the other one. Nope. No goal. Nope. So, no overtime. So, we just got robbed completely by the referees in Chicago. 4 of you on the ice at a time. Please explain to me how none of you caught that. But Sunday, we did a little better. We fought a little harder. We pulled off a push to the OT. And we lost. First period power play goal, Mr. Tyler Seguin. Second and third period goals go to none other than the rookie, Jamel Smith. I just don't get it. I don't understand why we can't make OT successful. So we start our Canada road trip. And unfortunately, you're only going to get game 1 of the Canada road trip because the rest of them fall after today when I'm filming, which is Wednesday. So, game 1 of our Canada road trip. Guess who we get to go visit first, guys? Winnipeg. Right now, we're 1-1 with you, approaching this game. And I'm like, hey, coming off that big win against St. Louis, the battle in Chicago, our boys are going to be feisty and ready to just destroy. We didn't destroy. We got destroyed. So my buddy texts me, and he's like, hey, did you check the Winnipeg score yet? And I was like, no, I'm going to check it later. And he's like, no. Stop what you're doing and check it right now. So I pull my phone out, and I check the Winnipeg score. And I keep checking it, and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we'll be okay. No, we won't. No, we won't. So I don't know what's in the water in Nationwide Arena because CBJ pulled out a 10-0 win. The first 10-goal game since 2011. 10 goals as in like 10 goals for one team, right? But apparently whatever was in the water in Nationwide Arena seems to have gotten into the water in Winnipeg. 8-2, guys. Like, I'm sorry. How? Why? What? Huh? The only goals we scored came from the caveman, Patrick Eaves, in the second period on the power play. In the third period, Tyler Seguin, king of consistency for us, on the power play. So, I'm currently taking suggestions on what we should sacrifice to the hockey gods to fix the chaos that is the Dallas Stars right now. How do we feel about Patrick Kane? Or maybe Vladimir Tarasenko? Maybe we need to burn a couple of hockey sticks. This is the last episode in which I will be 26. My birthday is on Friday, and I'm very, very, very excited about finally turning 27. It'll be cool to finally turn another year older, have some fun with my friends, go skating, stuff like that. I hope you've enjoyed going south of the blue line.